been just delightful. All right. Good morning. We welcome Debbie, who comes to my Pilates class, and since there's no Pilates class next week, she said, I think I better come to this class. All right. Drink water all day long. Have another drink right now, and then we'll get started. Can you find a chair in here, Sue? All right. Let's see. Did I turn it on? Oh, I did. Okay. Have a seat. Back of the seat. This is my SilverSneakers Flex Chair Yoga class. Have a seat at the back. I'm Olivia. Have a seat at the back of the chair. It's my TV audience. Settle on in. Good morning. Welcome. Close your eyes. Tuck the shoulder blades underneath you. So those powerful jaw muscles just let go. And then take that deep breath. I want you to feel the belly move. Use that diaphragm. Think about something joyful. Just turn the corners of your mouth up and a little smile. And then we can open our eyes. So I see a smile on everybody's face. All right, let's move out to the edge of the seat. Feet right underneath your knees. Did I say that right? Ankles right underneath the knees. And tall on the sit bones. You know where they are, right underneath you. Yeah. And then just let the arms release. So those elbows are just like they're going to release down towards the earth first. And then go ahead and let your hands slip off, keeping the thumb facing forward. So resist this urge to do this, right? The shoulder heads are going to stretch to the side walls, the collarbones broaden. Connect the ribs to the hips, lengthen through the crown of the head. Close your eyes. And notice if you're wavering side to side, can you hold still? If you are, that's okay too. That's body trying to, your brain trying to keep you on track. Now as you breathe, feel the breath go into the back ribs. Give them a chance to stretch. And let's roll the shoulders around, up, around, and back. One more time. Outside into the hands together. Stretch forward. Feel the shoulder blades. Resist the urge for the shoulders to come up. Keep them pressing down. Reach forward. Pull them back. Exhale, stretch them forward. Inhale, pull back. And again. And back. All right, left hand down. That right arm's going to come up. Without reaching, letting the ribs come up, just keep the ribs and the hips connected. I am just moving my arm. And again, and for some reason, my toes always come up when I do this. I'm not sure why. All right, I'm gonna leave this arm up. I'm gonna tuck it in behind the head. If this is too much, put it any place else you need to. Turn that elbow to me. And then come back. Let's see if we can take that back a little bit further. Again, you can drop that hand down to the shoulder if that feels better. Exhale to the front. And I'm just moving my upper body. Inhale back. Exhale front. And back. We take the other side. Reaching up. Watch that shoulder doesn't reach up. It's just going to stay plugged right where it belongs. Just that range of motion. It's going to work good for your arm. You decide how far you can take it. And One more time, and this is where we're going to tuck it in behind the head, press that elbow back, and then point this elbow point right to me. And then we go the back other way. Point it to the side wall, to the back wall. You decide, but you're just turning the rib cage and back. Still sitting nice and tall on the sit bones. One more time. And back. Both arms up like you're going to take your hat off. Deep breath in. Exhale. Pinch at the hip. Just gently, gently. Inhale, we halfway rise. Slide the hands to the shins. Press them into your shins. You're going to draw the shoulders down the back. Exhale, release, and reverse swan dive all the way back up. All right, let me take my feet a little bit wider. Bring the heart forward. And then tuck the tailbone underneath you. Roll back to the fleshy part of your seat. Shin towards the chest. Some seated cat and cow. Inhale, eyes up, heart forward. Exhale, we round. It should feel awfully good. And again. You slowly move with intention all the time in yoga. All right, keep that left hand there. I'm going to slide that right arm out and arc up and over. And then to the front. All the way around. It goes over to the side. Let the ribs slide over again. Up and over. Good morning, Diane. And all the way around. And reach over, up and over. And one more time. All right, this time we're going to turn it and look to that left wall. Yes, beautiful. Okay, come back to the front. Right hand stays there, up and over. And again. Debbie, the one thing that's tough is when you're on that side because your right hand looks different than mine, right? So look at somebody around you. It's much easier, I think, to be right in front. And again. All right, here we go. Fall it over and look towards that right wall. Nice and tall. Drop your shoulders. Let them relax. Yeah. All right, and then back to the front. I want you to press down on those thigh muscles. Put an indentation with your fingers on your legs there. And the point is not to do this. Release the shoulders down. Feel the core muscles fire on. Deep breath in. And then relax. Give it a shake. All right. So on the outside of the knees, I want you to push the knees into your hands. Again, drop the shoulders down the back. Feel the ribs and the hips connect. Breathe deep. And then let them relax. All right. Now we do the inner thigh. We're going to squeeze the knuckles into the inner thigh. Drop the shoulders. Yes. Breathing deep. All right. And release. Let's take that right arm out. Left arm. Left arm. Sorry, Jen. Switch arm. And then bring it in. Squeeze in there. And then take it out to the side. And again, squeeze it in. That's why I say give it a little bit of love. So give it a little squeeze. And back in. You need to keep it on the ground. That's okay. If you can pick it up, do so. And squeeze. One more time. Leave it there. Extend it out in front. You can roll back a little bit and a little pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see if we can circle that around real small. Real small. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop that toe down. We're going to bring that knee in and out. Good morning, Debbie.
Debbie.
And one more time. All right, we'll walk that foot back in. We take the right hand, left leg, lifting it up. I'm going to squeeze it in and then out. I'm going to use my hand on the side. You do whatever. If you want to keep it on the ground, that's fine. And again. Just give it a good squeeze. I want you to use that inner thigh there when you do that. 2 more. And last one. All right, from here, you lift it in front. I'm not sure if I pulsed it. We're going to do that. Roll back on the fleshy part of your seat a little bit. Fire on those core muscles. And a little pulse. And then small circle around. And drop that knee down, or toe down, and then the knee comes in and out. And again. And 4. All right, we have our feet wide. We're going to hinge at the hip. I'm feeling much better, sorry. I did get cortisone shot, I felt that. Okay, hinging at the hip. Let's see if we can hold on. One arm out. Ribs and hips are connected. That front body is lifting to the back body. Can you extend both arms? If you can, it's okay. Keep them there on the legs. Deep breath in, exhale. We're going to forward fold. Come into what I call ragdoll pose. So see if you can just let the head relax. Maybe even give it a little shake, yes. Breathing deep, belly in. Hands are on my thighs. And I'm going to roll the spine right back up. Give yourself a moment here. So nobody's dizzy. Walk the feet back. All right, we're going up and down. Up, halfway down. Up, all the way down. 4 times. All the way up. Halfway down. Ooh. All the way up. All the way down. Halfway down. It's like you forgot something, so you had to get back up again. You can do what you want to do. You can wait till we take the last one up. And that's okay too. Halfway down. This will be the last one. All the way up. And we stay up. Nice. Well, that was enough, huh? All right. Circle up the wagons around to the back. Grab yourself a drink of water. We're going to be sure we're drinking water today, right? And we're going to work from the back of the chair. Same to you. All right, coming into downward facing dog. Step on back. You're going to walk the feet back. They're going to come underneath the hips. You take a deep breath in and hinge a little bit deeper. Can you straighten the arms? Soften the knees a little bit. Can you turn the tailbone to the back wall? Lift that front body to the back body. Lots of options that make this a great stretch or easier. So you find what feels good as long as you're really feeling it. And a great stretch down that back. Breathing deep. All right. Stepping into the chair. Come away from the chair. Start pose. You know, I'm on this. I'm not on diagonal today, so I'm. Oh well, it's okay. Side to side. Just get a little shaky. All right. Now you have space between you and the chair here. We're going to take a deep breath in. One sunflower. Then hinge at the hip. Bend both knees. Reverse swan dive all the way back up. This is where we're going to paint that wall. Splay your fingers out. Now grab hold. Bending that right knee over to the side. Let's go over through the top. Bend the left knee. Back into goddess pose. Close the hands. Press the knuckles forward. Stand tall. Bring them right back towards the rib cage. Lift the heart. Let's do it again. Deep breath. Forward fold. One sunflower. Reverse swan dive. Paint the wall. Sink into the knees. Clasp your hands over to the right. Look back towards that left arm maybe. See if you can get it away from your face there. Pass through the center. We go the other way. Look towards the right arm. Back to the center, goddess pose. Fold them over. Press forward. Bring them back. Stand nice and tall. Star pose. Lovely. Hands on the chair, step back to downward facing dog, and breathe deep. And what happened? All right, stepping that right foot in, right where your face is looking down. We'll probably have to hear a commercial here for a moment. This is my commercial. Hang on, 5 seconds. That's it. Okay, right foot comes forward, left foot comes back, and get on the railroad tracks, okay? So give yourself a broad base so you have nice, and so you are very balanced here, but all parts of your feet are on the ground. See if you can come away from the chair. Let's take pyramid pose with extended namaste. Drop your shoulders, plug them in, let the ribs and hips connect, and we add this rotation. Use the chair if you need to. Otherwise, reach a hand on the chair, please. It's just fine, just fine. Now I'm going to circle sweep that back arm. Both arms up. Sink into the knee. Both knees. Straighten the legs. So that heel's going to come up in the back. And then sink down. And keep one hand up. Or keep your heel up, that's what I mean, sorry. Heel down. Heel up. 2 more. And 1 more time. All right, hands on the chair, back to downward facing dog. Nice deep breath in. Left foot comes forward right where your face is looking down, and be sure you're on the tightrope. Or you're not on the tightrope, you're on the skis, railroad tracks. Reaching up, drop your shoulders, get near the chair as we add this rotation. Use it if you need it. Head over heart over pelvis. Yeah, I have my right hand near the chair and the left hand is reaching back. Reach your right hand to me. Perfect. All right, and then here we go. We're going to circle sweep that arm. Rise up on that back toe. And put your hand on your chair if you need to. Sinking down. Rising up. Small movement, but use that chair. And again. You're working through that foot there. 1 more time. All right, up on that back toe, hands on the chair. Bring that foot in, and then we're going to rise up on both toes, and I call this Stairmaster. So one heel down and then the other. Working through that foot. And again. Nice. Okay, left heel down. Slide that right leg out to the side, and just circle it around. 4, 3, 2, 1. Swing it in front and out to the side. You should have space here. This is like that soccer ball kick. In and out. Coming across the midline here. 2. And 1. All right. Now, toe on the ground. Curl the heel into your seat and tap it down. And you're going to curl it in. With intention, really curl that heel into your seat all the way up there. So you work the glutes and the hamstrings back here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, I'm going to use my left hand on the chair and the right arm up. Okay, elbow and knee. If you can't do that, you do what you can. All right, just bring it in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both feet down. Coming into mountain pose. Heels are underneath the sit bones. You're going to turn that tailbone towards the earth. When you soften the knees, turn the palm to the front this time. Without this hyperextension, just rotate the palms, lift the heart. And I'm going to say, maybe try to close your eyes, but maybe put your hands on the chair for that extra touch, that sensation that will give you that balance. All right, so we go back to that Stairmaster again. Up and over. The top. All right, leave that right foot down. Slide that left one out, little circle in the ankle. That right leg I'm standing on is soft. Never want to lock out a joint here. And then we're going to swing that across the midline and back. And again. And you can even keep that foot on the ground if that feels better to you. More. All right, the next one's we're going to curl that heel into the seat, squeeze, and back. Squeeze. All the way up into that glute. Feel that work. And the hamstring. Yes. 3 more. 2. All right, that right arm goes up. You're going to bring the elbow and the knee together. If it doesn't go, don't feel like you have to. All right, bring it up. Make it about balance. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's step that foot out to the side. I'm going to turn the right toe to the right wall. Come in, Arms out. Yeah. Reach that little fingers back just a little bit to open the chest instead of here. Yeah. Both arms up. Now, as we come down, what I want you to notice is your front knee is over the ankle, the back leg is straight, okay? Right toe facing the right wall, left toe facing the front, and we go up and down once again. So it's like you're shaking big yes. Looking up if that's accessible to you, and if not, you're going to put one hand on the chair, right? Front knee stays over the ankle, and let's find our warrior two and take the gaze over the two peace fingers on the right hand. There you are. Stretch the fingers out. So you're trying to reach your neighbor on the left and your neighbor on the right. And then you're going to connect the ribs to the hips. And then you're going to lift the heart. Palm to the ceiling. Let's go into reverse. You can use that chair if you need to. Reaching up. Don't change anything in the legs. Or let that hand slide your leg. Or maybe your back right pocket for a little bind. Or keep it on the chair. Notice your breath. You shouldn't be holding it, right? We level this out. Coming into side angle, a little slide over. Rest the hand, let this arm float to the ceiling. Plug that shoulder back in. Yeah. Maybe look towards the earth. Look towards your toes. Notice that knee is tracking right towards the toes. You're going to use your chin and trace your collarbone. Come up looking towards the front or maybe towards that arm. Your choice. Great. Now, if we find balance here, look back to the front. I'm going to reach that right arm forward. And then there's a $100 bill about half an inch away from the fingertips there. So stretch them a little further. Full jump. Open wide. Head over, heart over pelvis once again. Left hand to the chair. Now I'm going to turn to that right wall. So I'm going to lift that left heel. And with that arm that's out in front, I'm going to lift it to the ceiling, but I have a good firm grip with my left hand on the chair there. So you decide. Or maybe you find balance. My back heel is up. If you're more comfortable with the heel down, please put it down. And breathe. All right. Step that back foot up to meet the right, and we'll take that little vinyasa. We're going to reach to the ceiling. Forward fold. Bend the knees, hinge at the hip. Here's that halfway rise. You're going to bring the hands to the quadricep muscles. You are looking at a small child or a little dog about 4 or 5 feet away. That back is flat. And then you exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees deeply, hinge at the hip, and then reverse swan dive. Come out to that flat back and all the way back up. Deep breath in and back down. All right, we step out to this side. We're just going to start with a little circle in that ankle right there. We've already done that side, but let's step out into warrior two. So that left leg turns to the left wall, the right toe turns to the right wall, and find our warrior two. We do this again, reaching up. Oh, let's take the arms down and around, tuck the chin towards the chest. And again, reaching up. Keep the shoulders plugged in. Keep the ribs and the hips connected. That's going to solidify the low half of your body here. And down. One more time, and we're going to land in warrior two. Arms out. Reach, turn the gaze. So I'm looking over my left fingers there. Palm to the ceiling. We come into reverse. Use the chair with your right hand if you need to. It's okay. Or the leg, or maybe your back left pocket. It's up to you. We reach. Keep that shoulder plugged in. Keep ribs and hips connected. Ever so nice. And check in with your breath. It needs to be just as steady as it was when we were sitting in the very beginning of class. All right, we level this off. Beautiful. Take this little slide. Come into side angle. Reach to the ceiling. That left arm floats down. That right arm floats up. Look down towards your toes. And if this is accessible, you're going to use your chin and trace your collarbone. Come up looking towards the front or maybe towards that arm and use the chair if you need to for balance. One more thing, let that left arm reach forward. Once again, there's a $100 bill about a half an inch away, so stretch a little further towards me. Open wide. Lovely. Deep breath in. And bring that hand back in. I can't remember what I did, so we're going to take that vinyasa. Oh, I know. Oh, da. My brain just turned on. Okay. We're going to turn to our high lunge, facing that left wall. So I've got the heel up. If that does not feel good for you, go ahead and put that foot down. Just bring it in a little bit more. All right, here's our high lunge. That arm that's farthest away from me, furthest away, goes up. And if you find balance, maybe the other one leaves the chair. Plug the shoulders in, connect the ribs to the hips, lift up through the pelvic floor. Breathe and find strength in this posture. All right, to bring that back foot forward, I'm going to put my hand on the chair, step forward, deep breath in to reach to the ceiling. Here's that big wide wingspan, forward fold. Slide the hands up to the quadricep muscles, pull the shoulders back, flat back, that's what's important. That heart is coming forward here. Exhale, release. Melt down and reverse swan dive all the way back up. Beautiful. Step back to the chair, back to downward facing dog. Whatever you need now, you're beginning to feel like you're warming up. You got some issues you got to kind of stretch through. Go ahead and do that. And breathe. All right, gazing over the chair, let's step in and let's get some water. All right, did you fall? What did you do? Oh, you were real down dog. Okay. I thought she's standing here. Were you looking for something? It's okay. I love it. Right. All right. Drink and be merry. All right, nice and tall. Deep breath in. I'm going to step out to the side and bring that foot back in. We're going to make this balance. You have a chair right there if you need it. Use it the whole time. And the more you feel like you can pick that foot up, do so. And I always say, when you come back, think up. Instead of think over, right? Think up. Again, 2 more. Think up. We're going to hold this. So find this balance. That knee is facing the chair first. And then I'm going to rotate it out to the side. I don't know if you can see that. Coming into tree pose, you can always put that foot down on the ground. All right, that's okay too. 1 arm, maybe 2, maybe hands at your heart. Does not matter to me. Each your tree pose. It's not mine. Great. All right. Step out to the side. Let's turn both toes to the front. All right. And then I'm going to hinge at the hip right here. Let's take that left hand on the chair. All right. You can come to 45 degrees. I'm actually not over the chair. I'm more off to the side here. So if you're coming over the chair, particularly for those of you that have shorter arms, you may want to really turn that chair in right there. Okay. Right arm goes out to the side. And we just hold this. A little pulse of those knuckles up there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let's just do this. Let's bring this chair in this way. Now I'm going to put my right hand on the chair, and I'm going to put my left hand on the back so I can really add this rotation, but a good solid base here because I've got 2 hands on the chair. Looking to that left wall. Deep breath. Breathe. All right, come back to the chair. Stand up nice and tall. Star pose. Lovely. Walk that foot back in. And we'll go the other way. All right. So stepping out, come right back in. Let's start just with toe ball heel. So you go toe ball heel, lift up heel ball toe. All right. Articulate through your feet. If you have shoes on, do it when you're home on your bare feet. All right. And give your feet a good workout. And one more time. Now we're going to start to balance a little bit. So see if you can bring that foot in and use the chair, for goodness sakes. That's why it's there. All right, the knees coming straight to the front. And when you come up, think up, Olivia. And one more time. And think up. And hold. So that leg you're standing on is a little bit soft. Okay, we come into tree pose. You know you can drop the toe to the ground and you can leave it right there. One arm, maybe two, maybe use the chair, your choice. But here's our tree pose. Plug the shoulders in, they belong. And breathe. All right, so we're gonna step out to the side, and as you see, I'm around the side of the chair here. All right, I'm gonna turn my chair in. Hinge at the hip. Let's keep that hand on that right chair. Other one comes out to the side. And you can come 45 degrees, you can come 90 degrees, your choice, whatever feels good to you. But you have to lift that front body to the back body. And you have to be bringing the heart forward. Okay, so lengthen from the tailbone to the crown of the head. And then I'm going to drop that right hand to the chair, just holding this, breathing deep. And then we'll bring that left arm across. Make a little shift in your chair there. And then the right hand goes on the back of the chair. And you're going to add this little twist. Using support of the chair, I'm going to push into the heel of my right hand. Let that left shoulder drop underneath. If you wanted to, you can release that left arm back. I'm sorry, right arm back. Thumb to the ceiling, palm to that right wall. It's your choice. You find your twisted wide angle pose. What do I always say? Bring your heart forward. Ha ha! Oh wow, wish I had that on camera. All right, both hands to the chair, look back towards that left hand, come all the way up nice and tall. Deep breath in. Walk that foot back in, see if you can do that, and back to downward facing dog. Breathing deep. All right, gaze over the chair. Let's go get us a drink of water, then we'll come back. We'll come right back to that. Okay. All right, let's start this back in downward facing dog. All right. So from here. Now, notice the spot on the floor that you're looking at. And I want you to put your right foot there on that spot, okay? So as you come towards the chair, I'm hinged at the hip, my elbows bend, my chin comes right past the chair. I'm gonna push the heel of the hand into the chair, lift up nice and tall, lift the heart, maybe lift that back foot, your choice. You can keep it down. Then I'm gonna hinge and come into chaturanga, we would call. So actually my shoulders are more over my wrists there. Maybe that back foot comes up, maybe it stays on the ground. You are pushing into the heel of the hand and the elbows are in tightly, tucked next to your body, all right? Hold on, maybe a little pulse there with that heel. You can lift it and lower it, your choice, whatever you want. Maybe one hand at your heart. Maybe switch. Maybe two. And then push back up, reach to the ceiling. Deep breath. To downward facing dog. Lots of options there, right? They got hard, so you work where you're comfortable here. And now you know where you're going. We had a upward facing dog to chaturanga to warrior three. Wherever that face is looking, wherever little spot you see on the floor there, put that left foot. And here comes our upward facing dog. You're gonna slide right through. Push the heel of the hand into the ground. See if you can get those arms straight. Lift the heart, maybe lift that back foot. Your choice. All right, and then from here, I'm going to bend and hinge at the hip. Hold that right there. Elbows are in tight next to the body. Breathing deep. You can keep that toe on the ground if you need. You could try some balance with one hand or both hands or no hands. You decide. Breathing deep. And in the end, we're going to push back up. Reach to the ceiling. Take that triangle vinyasa. Feet come wide. Here's that sunflower. You don't know how good you are, right? I love you. Find your own journey here. Splay your fingers out. Clasp them over to the right. Sink into that right knee. Now look back towards that left shoulder. And then we go the other way. Hands can be in front of the face. Look. Star pose. Goddess pose. Press forward and back into that star pose again. Walk your feet in. And let's take the other vinyasa. Forward fold. Halfway rise. Heart comes forward. You're looking at the back of the chair. My back is flat. My knees are soft. Exhale. Melt down towards the earth. Bend the knees. Reverse swan dive. Find that flat back and then come up from there. Deep breath in. Take the hands down in the back, lifting those elbows to the ceiling. After that chaturanga, we'll get a little bit of a stretch in that arm there. And then release. Shake them out. Okay, have a drink of water. I'm going to sit back down. That's a sweaty day here, huh? All right. Lifting up on that right knee, wherever is comfortable for you. I'm going to roll back. I'm going to scoop the belly and roll back. So I'm going to pull my belly away from that thigh muscle there. And then round that upper body, scooping that belly there. And as I come back up, that leg's going to come out to the side. Tip of the sit bones. I will never say anything because I've done it so many times. All right, and then see if you can just release that foot briefly. How nice is that? All right, I'm going to push it in, but I'm going to resist it. And then I'm going to cross it over. Down on the ground is just fine. You know if that's part of your journey, all right? You can keep it down there. Okay, right hand on the back. Let that fingers creep up the back a little bit. And then the left hand. Now you decide. The idea is to not get it together. I don't want you to fight about it with yourself. Just gently place wherever they are so that you can press the elbows back. It does not matter what they're doing in the back. They're just opening, and always lift the heart. Yes, exactly. Beautiful. And breathe. All right, this leg's going to come out to the side. I'm going to keep the toe to the front. Now, you may want to readjust yourself. If that gives you a cramp in the side, bring the heel in, whatever you like. We're going to take this hinge at the hip. Taking my right arm out to the side. I'm using my left hand to support my leg. If this works, you could try that out there too. It's up to you. And breathe. You are working that back. All right, lifting back up. I'm just going to place my right fingers gently on the leg, arcing over. Gate pose. We go the other way. Rest the hand. Oh, I'm going to have to come down the side here so I can drop that shoulder. Another nice version of good gate pose. Leveling this back off. Bring that right hand towards the front, towards your left knee, and let them land right there. Head over heart over pelvis. You don't have to turn all the way. Whatever works for you, whatever your back says is good. And then lift your heart. Oh, love it. All right, we're going to walk this foot back in. And then we're going to go the other side. All right, so I think, did we start with gate pose? Oh, no, just round back. Lifting up. Deep breath in. You're going to roll back on that fleshy part of your seat. Pull the belly away from the thigh here. You're going to round that back and get a nice stretch across the back. Breathing deep. Roll back up. I think we took that leg out of this. Or did we cross it over first?
No, it's not.
Reposition yourself. Toe facing the front. Doesn't have to be straight. If you get a cramp in the leg, bring your heel in. It's okay. I'm going to use both hands on my leg first, hinging at the hip. Put that sit bone back on the chair there, okay? That was really a note to myself. Left hand out. And if this works, right hand out as well, or keep it there. I'm bent at about 45 degrees. This is a lot of work on the back. Please feel free to use one hand, but bring the heart forward as well. That will flatten that back out. Beautiful. Shoulders down the back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They don't need to come up by your ears. Deep breath. All right, we lift up. We're just going to rest the fingers there. Gate pose, a little arc over. The breath, deepest one you've taken. And then we level this out and we go the other way. I'm going to slide down that leg of the chair. Firm grip, left arm to the ceiling. And we level it out. And then we bring this leg up and over. Or on the ground. It's your choice. Okay. Left leg. Slide that right leg back wherever it feels good to you. Okay. Put it down. Put it on the ground. It's just fine. And then right arm comes up. That's fine. Just on the ground there, Al. That's okay. The idea is to get head over heart over pelvis and not struggle with this. All right. Drop your shoulders. Squeeze the knees together. One more breath. And let's slowly unfurl everything. Deep breath, like you're going to take your big hat off. Forward, forward. Halfway rise, slide the hands to the shin. Push the hands in, draw the shoulders down. This little baby cobra. Let's see if we can release the elbows back. Imagine you were on your belly here, and your hands are on the ground, but your legs are going back. That heart coming forward. Head isn't coming up. The heart's coming forward. All right, sit up tall. We're going to round back. Tuck the tailbone. Oh, that should feel good. And then all the way up and around. And one sit bone at a time. Walk back to the back of the chair. And then snuggle that pelvis in. Roll through that middle back. Roll through the shoulder blades, tuck them underneath. And if your feet are dingle-dangling, you can come on forward. That's okay. Open the eyes really wide. Scratch your face up. And then just let your face relax. Through those powerful jaw muscles. Unfurl those eyebrows. And breathe deep. Welcome in some new oxygen. Welcome the movement of those endorphins that you just released when you stretched and strengthened. For a moment, you can welcome in just a sense of peace. Please. Take a very deep breath in. Maybe open your mouth, sigh, and let all that out. Move your fingers and your toes. And bring your hands together at your heart. Drop your chin to your chest. Remembering the heart of peace shall give life to the whole body. Namaste. All right, my friends, nicely done. Wednesday, we shall be in red, white, and blue, and we can walk out through this way. If you happen to be pulling up, you can stop over there and saw us. We're going to take a picture outside in the front where we just got it landscaped so very nicely. All right, so we'll see you Wednesday, red, white, and blue.
You don't have to dose them.
You don't think maybe... I got over the bridge, so we were turning lane, right? I went 3 blocks, 3 blocks. I went up the turning lane and turned. So they what? Somebody stopped me, right? 3 blocks, all the lights were green. Maybe they got traffic, right? Like they get into the lane. I don't know how far back Leather on your shoulders. Starlight night. Starlight night. I mean, I do not have haircut.